What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. We are back on camera and back on the road, this time in LA. I literally just got back from the Black Widow premiere. Huge shout out to Disney and Marvel Studios. Thank you so much for the invite. Tonight was a packed house for this pre-screener and it did not disappoint. No worries for any spoilers. We're not going to break down the plot. There's going to be no reveals like that. I'm just going to give you my immediate reaction to the film and break down things that I can talk about, specifically the pacing, the cinematography, things I was impressed with, and one aspect of the film that I didn't expect at all that overly delivered. I do have to start with this though. It occurred to me when the red curtain rose and the film finally went live and I was watching the Marvel pre-credits roll that I hadn't seen a Marvel film in the theater for close to 2 years. The last one was Far From Home, and obviously right before that was Avengers Endgame. To see that happen again, to be in a theater, sitting around people, and to watch the Marvel credits roll and everybody start clapping, I will admit, got me a little emotional off the bat, okay? And so I gave that feeling a minute to subside because I feel like that could have easily clouded my judgment into saying this was an amazing movie. So I let the movie sort of roll around in my head for an hour, talk to some of my friends about immediate reactions, same stuff I'm going to tell you guys here. Quite honestly, the thing I found most surprising, and I think what this film accomplished on one level that I was not expecting at all, is this film is hilarious. I literally laughed the entire way through. Super funny. Florence Pugh's character over-delivers. David Harbour's character over-delivers. Very funny, and I don't want to play that up too much because you guys know how humor goes. If I keep trying to oversell that it's funny, you might not find it that way, but I have a sneaking suspicion you'll know what I'm talking about, and it just keeps landing. Now, speaking of just keeps landing, the action in this movie was incredible. I am not a 3D guy. I have never once made the choice to go to a theater and see a movie for the first time in 3D. I don't like putting on glasses and all sorts of stuff. And I also don't feel like it comes across the way that it's supposed to unless the film is specifically made for 3D. And even then, I'm not a fan. This was one of the first action films I have ever seen. And multiple times throughout the film, during the action sequences, I thought to myself, wow, I would actually want to see this in 3D. And to be honest, now that I've seen it in 2D cinema, there's a chance if I go see it again, I would choose to see it in 3D. One of the very first and most asked question on all of my social media posts last night, of course you guys are gonna see this on Tuesday morning. I saw the premiere on Monday night, and then I'm doing this reaction video, posting it the next day. But last night, all the social media, was there a Spider-Man No Way Home trailer in front of Black Widow? This was a Disney official pre-screener event. They didn't run any trailers, so I have no answer there. The fact that there were no trailers doesn't imply anything. You guys are insatiable, the fact that you're asking about Spider-Man No Way Home on a Black Widow premiere. So let's just get that out of the way to begin with. There were no trailers. I thought the cinematography was incredible. I thought that the color in the movie was incredible as well. I know that some of these more realistic, grounded Marvel films, one of the overwhelming gripes from actual film critics has been the coloring in the films hasn't been great until like later in the Infinity Saga. Not a question at all. This was a top-notch film made by some very talented people. Hats off to the directors, but more so hats off to everyone involved. The CGI was totally on point. The action scenes were totally on point. And you pair really good action with really humorous, really good comic relief, and it's hard for me to give a film any bad scores. Look, but we have got to talk about maybe my only point of contention for the entire film, and it's really got nothing to do with what the directors and writers set out to do, because I feel like they accomplished that, and then eventually we've got to rank it amongst all the other MCU films. So first up, the director Kate Shortland and the writers set out to tell a piece of Natasha Romanoff's story akin to the sort of backstories we got for Tony Stark, that we got for Captain America, even more recently for characters like Captain Marvel. Well, that was never in the cards for Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, so we never saw that during the Infinity Saga. They were able to accomplish that in this film, giving us that piece of backstory. I just don't know if the film was best served coming after we've all seen Avengers Endgame and Natasha Romanoff's ultimate play. I feel like this film might have had more weight had it been put out during the Infinity Saga. Now, hey, listen, this is the way it goes, and Kevin Feige's even recently said there's going to be more prequel films, so more opportunity for us to see stuff that played out during the Infinity Saga, contextualize those events better, and I'm all for it. So I don't think that this film was bad because of that. It's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say it would have been better served had maybe Marvel put this out during the Infinity Saga, but this is the way it goes. Then the delays with COVID, it is what it is. The film, though, accomplished what it set out to accomplish in telling this piece of Natasha Romanoff's backstory so that we have that early beginner story that we never really got to her. Remember, introduced during Iron Man 2, a tertiary character, perhaps you could argue even in that story, I would say maybe Justin Hammer and or Whiplash are the antagonists during the film. So in that sense, and being a secondary or tertiary character in her introduction, while she's played such a major role in all these Avengers films, we never got that piece of story from her. I thought that it accomplished that. I also feel like it accomplished being a great Marvel movie. But when you put it in context of all the other films, and this is no knock to Black Widow, it's hard to put it up there in the top Marvel films like the Infinity Saga's best, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and that is a testament to the MCU catalog, not the quality of this film. So because I would rank it squarely in the middle of the pack, somewhere between say 10 and 15 in the entire catalog, doesn't make it the best, doesn't make it the worst, but doesn't mean it's a bad film. I actually really, really enjoyed it because it was able to deliver, like I said, on levels like humor and not only the action alone. Let's face it, guys, we're all in on those characters anyway. I've probably said it during this video, but if I haven't, I'm a major Marvel fanboy, a bias maybe, and I really tried not to let my affinity, pun intended, for the Infinity Saga cloud my judgment at all in reaction to how this film is. But, you know, guys, we're all Avengers fans. She's an Avenger. So if you like it even a little bit, you're gonna like this film, and I think the film is great. I really, really enjoyed it. Just because maybe it came out a little later than it should have, I don't think hurts the film. I don't think it's the film's fault. And just because there are so many good movies in the MCU already, sort of drops its ranking amongst all the MCU films. But again, that's gonna get harder and harder to do as we go forward. What are we, 24, getting on 25 deep? We're gonna be at 40 before you know it, 45, and then once we get to the next ending of the saga and we're at 50 films, then it's gonna be even harder. You know, you're gonna have to try to crack the top 10 means you've gotta be in the top 20%. So that being said, Black Widow is super, super fun. It's super exciting. And if you were sort of on the fence about going to see it in theaters or staying home to watch it in Disney Plus, after having the experience that I just had, I strongly, strongly recommend, if you feel safe doing so, that you buy a ticket and go see it. Because I wouldn't want to share the feeling that I just had in that theater. Getting goosebumps thinking about it, everybody cheering. It's the best part of going to see Marvel movies. It's super fun. And I have certainly missed that as a Marvel fan, as much as I love those watch parties we do, which we will be doing one tonight for Loki. Of course, if you stay up late, 3 a.m., East Coast, 12 Pacific, you're gonna watch it at home, come by the channel. I watch it here as you watch it home, then we have discussion afterwards. The community has been extremely insightful, some really good theories and discussion afterwards. So come stop by, but it's not the same as being there in person, getting to hear other people's reactions. I mean, guys, listen, it's always been this way for jokes, right? Jokes that are funny if you're alone, if they're funny to you, but they're even funnier when everybody's laughing and a part of the joke. You will definitely get that experience from this film. You will definitely enjoy this film. And hats off to Marvel Studios, Kate Shortland, Scarlett Johansson, everybody involved, and they knocked it out of the park. Very, 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 very sound, solid MCU film. So quickly, just some administrative stuff. As I just mentioned, we're doing the watch party for Loki. We still got the giveaways going, PlayStation 5s, subscriptions to Disney Plus. We're still giving away the graded comic. And we're just gonna, give away prizes at the channel the whole time. You guys enjoy it. I don't run commercials, I do giveaways. That's what we do here at Everything Always. Somehow, some people still find a way to complain. But, either way, all you gotta do, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. Yada, 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 yada. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me over on Twitter and Instagram at IamFires. You can find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires. I actually just released a single. I also stream on Twitch. You can find me in a bunch of places, guys. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Stick around. We'll be doing the Loki watch party and the Easter egg video tonight, obviously. And then once we get the official release of Black Widow, then we'll do the full Easter egg breakdown. There was some stuff in there on some quick frames that I'm dying to see again. So I actually am going to be thankful that this one comes out on Disney Plus too. And of course, if you somehow can't make it to a theater and can't afford the premiere access, Black Widow is going to be for free on Disney Plus a couple of months afterwards. So one way or another, you're going to get a chance to see it. It was awesome. Thank you, Marvel. Thank you, Disney. Everybody here at the channel, stay awesome. Okay? Take care of each other. Stop clicking on stuff about that Spider-Man trailer. I'm gonna stop making stuff about that Spider-Man trailer. I don't think we're ever getting a Spider-Man trailer. 2024, they're releasing the Spider-Man trailer for No Way Home. It's been out for 2 years. Man, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about? 'Cause I don't.